Praise the Lord. You are welcome to this episode of Church in Your House. Thank you, everlasting God of glory. We worship your holy name. Thank you for your word that you have for us today. Give us understanding, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We want to continue our study of the book of Genesis chapter 1. We are in verse 27. Verse 27. The Bible says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. Created he them." God created man in his image, and he created us, you and I, male and female. Hallelujah. And so, before he created us, he had planned for us. He created us to meet the specification of the assignment he had for us. Hallelujah. And so, we are born male or female. That is it. We're talking of God creating us, male and female. And I don't believe, personally, don't believe that is when you come on to planet Earth, you determine your sex. No, I don't believe that. I believe God created us male and female. And if you read down the scripture, I believe also that when it comes to marriage, he expects man to marry woman. I believe that also. And I believe God is the creator, that we came to be not by evolution. Now, all of these things, I choose to believe. But another person may come and believe another thing. So I don't have problem with that. You may say man evolved through the Big Bang, or man came from apes. That is your own belief. And I don't have any problem with that. But you cannot force that on me. I choose to believe the Bible. And I choose to believe that God created me. And that's all. I can't force you to believe what I believe. And you should not force me to believe what you believe. I believe I'm created man. By birth, as I step out, I'm a man. I cannot determine my sex. It's predetermined by God. I believe that. And if you believe otherwise, fine. But don't force it on me. Hallelujah. I believe there is heaven, and I believe there is hell. If anybody should sin on earth, that you offend the law of the land, you are punished. There is punishment for offender here on earth. And when one dies, there is punishment for sinner too. I believe that. I believe all that. The hellfire is waiting for sinner. And I equally believe that God does not want anybody to go to hell. That's why he sent his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to planet Earth, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Whosoever believes. You see, there is no force here. The choice is yours. You can choose to believe that Jesus paid the price of your sin, and you can choose not to believe. But me that choose to believe, yes, I know the effect and I know the significance. If you don't believe, don't force your own belief on me. You may call me a fool. You may say I'm stupid. Fine. I don't have any problem with that. Hallelujah. I understand my stupidity, and I know it's wisdom to me. It may look stupid to you. Fine. But whatever your belief is, don't force it on me, as I cannot force my belief on you. Hallelujah. The choice is there. Everyone, you have the right to choose what you want to believe. That's it. I believe Jesus came. He died for my sin on the cross of Calvary. I believe that. And because of that, I know if I die now, I will go to heaven. So it may sound stupid to you, that what's this person saying? But that's what I believe. And it's working for me. And so, if you even say there is no God, I don't have any problem with that. But I believe there is God. And I talk to him every day. Hallelujah. That is my belief. I may present my faith to you. If you like, you take it. If you don't like, you drop it. And so you yourself too. You may say what you believe, but you have no right to force it on me. That is the thing. But for us that says we believe in the Bible, you have to stand on the Bible. We cannot pick and choose of the commandment of God. It's either you believe him or you don't believe him. Many times you will see we that are called according to his name, we will pick some things, we will believe that in the Bible, and we'll pick some things and say we don't believe. It's either you drop it or you accept it. The commandment of God is not grievous. Hallelujah. Everything you read in the Bible concerning man that God has written is true. Anytime you deviate from it, you put yourself in serious problem. That's it. You put yourself in serious problem. And we should not force on ourselves what God has not put on us. Hallelujah. It's the devil that perverts the law of God, the commandment of God. God has planned for everything he has created. If you get out of the bush, you see animals in their various shapes and color, and you see the great God, what he has done. Oh, beautiful birds flying. And for us too, he created us in a unique manner. And so if anybody wants to change that unique manner, it will be with a lot of trouble, and which is not necessary. And at the end of the day, you may not fulfill the purpose. And so if anyone should choose that line of action, fine. But don't force it on me. If I see you as the Bible says I should see you. Hallelujah. If I see you as a man, to me you are a man. And if you decide you are a woman, fine. I don't have any problem with that. But according to what I'm seeing, that's what I'm seeing. Don't force your belief on me. So that is when life can go on. If you are my boss and you don't believe what I believe, that does not stop me from still being obedient to you in the place of work. Anything that has to do with that assignment, I take instruction from you. But when it moves out of that and you're talking about faith, you do not have the power to change my belief. I can still stand on what I believe. Hallelujah. Despite the fact that I'm under you in the performance of the duty assigning for. But I'm not under you to believe what you believe by force. We shouldn't coerce ourselves to say, no, if you don't do this, I have to do this. That becomes terrorism. So, and that is not the will of God for any man. It's not even what will make life bubble. I can't force you to believe what I believe. And I today want to emphasize this. Jesus came to give us that choice. Hallelujah. You have that choice. He gave us the name that will wipe away our sin. Only if we believe in him. And we preach to make people know that option. We are not preaching to force people to take that option. Hallelujah. So, and the option is that you can believe in him, and the work of salvation he performed on the cross of Calvary, you take the benefit of it. And if you die in him, you are sure of going to heaven. I believe that with all of my being. Hallelujah. And you too can believe in that. Praise the Lord. But what I want us to know is that we cannot say we believe in God and reject his instruction and basic thing he has put in the Bible, we refuse it. No. It's either you are here or you are there. There's no in between with God. It's either you are a believer in the Bible or you reject it totally. And there is no problem. So everybody must make stand. And if you are rejecting it, just stand where you are. That's all. If you say there is no God, there is no problem. I don't have problem with it. If we are discussing, you want to tell me there is no God, fine. I will not hold my fist and start boxing you. You are just telling me what you believe. There is no God is a belief system. It's a belief system. You believe there is no God, fine. You live your life as if there is no God. But when I want to talk to you too, I talk on the basis that there is God. It's a belief system. So both of us are believers. You choose to believe what you want to believe, and I choose to believe what I want to believe. But don't force your belief on me. Hallelujah. Because he's so real to me. God is so real. He's just too real. It's like saying that I have no leg and I could see my leg. I'm touching my leg. Or you say I have no nose. This is my nose. So it's so real. These things are there. God is there for me. So it's too real to the extent that it's practically impossible for somebody to talk me out of it. What are you going to say that will make me believe that there is no God? He has made himself real to me to the extent that we chat every day. I run to him, I see what his word says, and anytime the devil is taking me off it, I cry to him for help, and he's been helping me. So if you say he's not there, it's difficult for me to believe in you. But then I cannot force you to believe what I believe. I can't force you. And so you have the right to believe what you believe, but don't force your belief in me. If I surround myself with things that have to do with my belief, just leave me as I am, and you can surround yourself with anything that has to do with what you believe. I don't have problem with that. But finally, I know that we all have choice. And because of that choice, we can choose what we want to believe. You have the right to express your faith. Even where I am, you may say it, there is no problem. And I too can express my faith where you are. So there is no problem. I'm not forcing you to choose, but then I know if you choose to give your life to Christ, you will not regret it. That's life. Hallelujah. I've been on the other side. I know what it is. And I've come to him and I know what it is. I know what I'm enjoying in him. I have the peace of mind. Oh, I know the peace he has given unto me. I know the assurance of my tomorrow. I know even if I should die now, I know where I'm going to spend eternity. All of these things are so clear in my mind. And it can be clear to you too. You too can be sure of your tomorrow. You can be sure of where you are going to spend eternity. And all of this can be in you putting your faith in God. And believe the Bible. Believe what God has said. In this place, God created man and woman. He created us male and female. We are not the one that will decide whether we want to be male or female. If you are born, you are either born male, you are either born female. That's what I believe because it's in the Bible. God said it and I could see it. I see the practicality of it. I see the evidence and I choose to believe that. But if you don't believe that, no problem. But don't force it on me. God bless you. Amen.